So you've got this great idea, right? Maybe you've even sketched out a business plan. But what's the one thing that will actually see you through to the finish line? Well, today, we're unlocking that secret weapon, the entrepreneurial mindset. Let's break down what it is, and more importantly, how you can actually get one.
I mean, let's be real for a second. We've all seen these brilliant ideas just fizzle out, and then some other, seemingly simple ideas become massive successes. So what's the secret ingredient here? What makes all the difference? It's not just the idea, and it's not just about the money. It's something much deeper, a fundamental shift in how you think.
And it all comes down to this, the entrepreneurial mindset. Now, this isn't just some buzzword you throw around. It's a really powerful mental framework. It's what allows you to see an opportunity where everybody else sees an obstacle. It's what makes you embrace challenges and, just keep going when everything is telling you to quit. It's the engine that turns that little spark of an idea into a full-blown reality.
Okay, so how do we actually build this thing? Well, we're going to start with a foundation. It's a simple but super powerful framework built on what I call the 3 Fs, and it covers the absolute essentials to get you off the ground.
So the 3 Fs are focus, fund, and failure. First up, focus. You got to get laser sharp on your goals and just cut out all the other noise. Second, fund. You need a realistic plan to finance your vision. And third, and listen, this might be the most important one, you have to totally reframe failure. It is not the end of the road. Think of it more like a critical piece of data on your path to success.
Seriously, this idea is a total game changer. Think about it. Every single setback, every mistake you make is basically a tuition payment for your eventual success. The key is to look at what went wrong, learn the lesson, and just keep moving forward. This one shift in perspective is often what separates the businesses that make it from the ones that fade away.
Okay, so with our foundation set, let's move on to the daily toolkit. These are the practical, hands-on methods you're going to use every single day to execute on your vision and stay productive.
And for that, we have the ADD method. This is your daily action plan. First, be active. Get out there, talk to people, constantly look for feedback. Then you've got to manage distractions, build routines, and use tools to protect your focus at all costs. You also need a defense. Anticipate the risks, get your legal stuff in order. And finally, build a system. Automate and optimize everything you possibly can to run at peak efficiency.
So now we have a method for execution, which is great. But it brings up a huge question. With all the things you could be doing, how do you decide what to act on? It's pretty useless to be super efficient if you're spending all your energy on the wrong things. And this is where prioritization becomes your absolute superpower.
Now, to prioritize like a pro, we first have to understand the difference between urgent and important. Urgent tasks are the loud ones. They're the ringing phones, the endless emails, the fires you have to put out. They demand your attention right now. But important tasks, they're the quiet ones that actually move your business forward. And the biggest productivity trap in the world is letting the urgent stuff constantly push aside the important stuff.
And here's the tool to solve that exact problem, the Eisenhower Matrix. It is incredibly simple but so effective. If something is both urgent and important, you do it now, no question. If it's important but not urgent, and this right here is the sweet spot for growth, you schedule it. You put it on the calendar. If it's urgent but not really important, find someone else to do it. Delegate it. And if it's neither urgent nor important, just get rid of it. Delete. This simple little grid can completely transform your focus.
Okay, so we've got our foundation and our daily toolkit. But what fuels all of this? What keeps you going when motivation runs low? Well, that brings us to your internal power source, the ABCD framework.
This is all about your inner game. It starts with your attitude. You've got to stay positive. You've got to be proactive. That positive attitude then fuels your belief in yourself, in your vision, and that's what inspires other people to join you. From that deep belief comes an unwavering commitment to see things through, no matter what. And all of it, the whole thing, is guided by a big dream, an ambitious goal that pulls you forward.
And that is really the heart of it all. See, cultivating an entrepreneurial mindset isn't just about learning a few business tactics. It's a personal transformation. It's about developing the resilience, the vision, and the character you need to not just build a business, but to become a leader.
So let's bring this all together. What does this mindset actually look like in action, day in and day out?
In the real world, it means you adapt to change instead of fighting it. It means you see challenges as puzzles that need to be solved, not as roadblocks. When something doesn't work, your very first thought is, okay, how can we do this better? And maybe most importantly, you stop waiting around for opportunities to show up and you start creating them yourself.
So we've covered the foundation, the tools, and the internal fuel. You now have the complete blueprint for the entrepreneurial mindset.
which means the only question left is the most important one. Now that you have it, what will you build?